Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work, you're always struggling to get ahead financially? You wake up early, put in long hours, save what you can, yet somehow, the rich keep getting richer while you're stuck in the same place. Ever wonder why? It's not just about working hard, it's about knowing what the rich know. They play by a completely different set of rules that they don't want the rest of us to figure out. But today, I'm exposing 10 secrets that the wealthy use to build and protect their money while most people stay broke. If you've ever felt like the system is rigged against you, once you understand these secrets, you'll see money in a whole new way. And more importantly, you'll know exactly what to do to change your financial future. Stick around, because secret number 10 is the one that truly separates the rich from everyone else. Most people grow up believing that the only way to make money is to work a job, get paid by the hour, and repeat the cycle for 40 years. You wake up early, go to work, put in long hours, and at the end of the month, you get a paycheck. If you want more money, you have to work overtime or get a second job. But here's the problem. There are only so many hours in a day. No matter how hard you work, your income is limited by time. The rich think differently. Instead of working for money, they build systems that make money for them. Even while they sleep, they create businesses, invest in assets, and use automation to generate income. If you want to be wealthy, you need to start looking for ways to make money without always working for it. The key is to shift from being a worker to being an owner. That's how the rich build wealth, not by working harder but by working smarter. From a young age, we're told that saving money is the key to becoming rich. But here's the truth. No one ever got rich just by saving. If saving alone made people wealthy, then everyone with a decent salary and a savings account would be financially free. But that's not the case. Inflation eats away at your savings, making it worth less over time. Every year, prices go up, food, rent, gas, everything gets more expensive. Meanwhile, the money sitting in your bank account loses value. The rich know this, which is why they don't just save money. They invest it. Instead of letting their money sit in a bank, the rich put it to work by investing in stocks, real estate businesses, or even digital assets that grow in value over time. This way, their money multiplies instead of shrinking. If you want to follow in their footsteps, start learning about investments, no matter how small, because at the end of the day, your money should be working for you, not just sitting in a bank losing value. For years, we've been told that the only way to succeed is to go to school, get a degree, and find a good job. But look around. How many people do you know with degrees who are still struggling to make ends meet? The rich understand something that most people don't. Skills make money, not just academic certificates. Entrepreneurs, investors, content creators, and tech experts make millions because they mastered valuable skills. Skills like sales, marketing, coding, investing, or negotiation. Meanwhile, many people with expensive degrees struggle to find jobs because they never learn skills that the market actually pays for. The rich focus on learning things that increase their earning power instead of just collecting certificates. This doesn't mean school is useless, but if you want financial freedom, you need to invest in skills that make money. The more valuable your skills, the more money you can make. In the end, it's not about how many degrees you have, it's about what you can do that others will pay for. Most people are taught that debt is bad. We hear warnings like stay out of debt or debt will ruin your life. And while that's true for the wrong kind of debt, the rich know a secret. Debt can actually make you rich. The key is understanding the difference between bad debt and good debt. Bad debt is what keeps most people broke. Credit cards, car loans, and borrowing money to buy things that lose value. But the rich use good debt, money borrowed to buy assets that make more money. For example, they take loans to invest in real estate where rent pays off the debt while the property increases in value. They use business loans to start companies that generate profit. The secret isn't avoiding debt altogether, it's learning how to use it wisely. The rich don't fear debt, they master it. And if you want to build wealth, it's time to start thinking like they do. Most people rely on just one source of income, their job. They wake up, go to work, collect their paycheck, and repeat the cycle. But here's the problem. If that paycheck disappears, so does their entire livelihood. This is why so many people live paycheck to paycheck, constantly worried about losing their jobs. Meanwhile, the rich don't depend on just one income stream. They build multiple sources of income so that money keeps flowing in from different directions. You don't have to be rich to start building multiple income streams. You can start small, maybe a side hustle, an online store, a rental property, or even dividend-paying stocks. The key is to stop relying on just one paycheck and start creating other ways to make money. Because when you have multiple streams of income, you're no longer at the mercy of a single job. You're in control of your financial future. An asset is anything that increases in value or puts money in your pocket. Things like real estate, stocks, gold, and even businesses grow in worth while inflation makes everything else more expensive. For example, if you own a rental property, not only does its value go up over time, but you can also charge higher rent as inflation rises. The same goes for stocks. Meanwhile, the average person keeps their money in a savings account, watching it lose value year after year. The secret to protecting your money from inflation is owning assets. The rich understand that if they park their wealth in things that appreciate, they don't just keep up with inflation. They get richer because their assets grow in value. If you want to safeguard your financial future, start thinking like the wealthy. Invest in things that grow over time, and you'll never have to worry about inflation stealing your wealth. Most people spend their entire lives buying things. They buy the latest phones, subscribe to streaming services, shop for trendy clothes, and spend hours scrolling through social media, consuming content made by others. Meanwhile, the rich are on the other side of the equation. They're not just consuming, they're creating. They build businesses, create content, design products, and sell services. Instead of spending money, they make money from what others consume. If you want to build wealth, shift your mindset from spending to producing. Instead of just watching videos, start making them. Instead of only buying courses, think about what knowledge you can share. Instead of endlessly shopping, consider creating something to sell. Whether it's digital products, services, or an online business. The more you create, the more financial opportunities you open for yourself. The rich don't just participate in the economy, they own a piece of it. It's time to do the same. Most people work hard, get their paycheck, and then watch a big chunk of it disappear to taxes. The more they earn, the more they pay. Meanwhile, the rich seem to keep more of their money. It's not because they're cheating the system, it's because they understand the tax rules and use them to their advantage. For example, rich people don't earn most of their money from salaries. Instead, they make their money through investments, businesses, and assets, which are taxed at lower rates. They also take advantage of tax deductions, things like business expenses, real estate depreciation, and even tax-friendly retirement accounts. Meanwhile, the average person earns a paycheck, pays taxes first, and then tries to save what's left. The rich, on the other hand, use legal strategies to lower their taxable income so they can keep more of their money and reinvest it to grow even richer. Learning about tax-friendly investments, starting a side business, or even structuring your income differently can legally reduce your tax burden. The key is to stop thinking like a regular employee and start understanding how money actually works. Because the less you pay in taxes, the more you have to build wealth, and that's exactly what the rich do. Have you ever seen a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity but couldn't take it because you didn't have the money? Maybe a business deal, an investment, or even a discounted property that could have made you a fortune. But by the time you got the cash together, it was too late. This is why the rich always keep liquid cash available. They know that opportunities don't wait, and the people who can move fast are the ones who win. Liquid cash is money that's easily accessible, sitting in a high-yield savings account, a money market fund, or even in short-term investments. It's not locked away in assets that take weeks or months to sell. The rich keep a portion of their wealth in liquid form and wait for the perfect opportunity to come. Don't tie up all your money in hard-to-access investments. Keep a portion of your wealth liquid so you're always ready to take action. Because in the world of money, the faster you can move, the bigger the rewards. The rich don't wait for opportunities, they buy them while everyone else is still thinking. Most people want quick money. They look for fast ways to get rich, lottery tickets, risky investments, or get-rich-quick schemes. But the rich play a different game. They think long-term. They know that real wealth isn't built overnight. It's built over years of smart decisions, patience, and consistency. The key to wealth is delayed gratification. The rich don't waste money on things that only bring short-term pleasure. Instead, they invest in things that will pay off in the future, whether it's assets, businesses, or even self-improvement. If you want to build real wealth, shift your mindset. Stop thinking about making money fast and start thinking about making money forever. Because in the end, the ones who win are the ones who think ahead. Now you know the 10 secrets the rich don't want you to know. These aren't just theories. These are the exact principles that separate the wealthy from the struggling. The truth is, rich people don't have superpowers, they simply understand money differently and use it to their advantage. But here's the real question. What will you do with this knowledge? Will you go back to the old way of thinking, or will you start applying these principles to change your financial future? Because at the end of the day, knowledge alone won't make you rich, action will. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel for more life-changing financial tips, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. The truth is, financial freedom isn't just for the rich. It's for anyone willing to learn, take action, and play the game the right way. Now go out there and start building your wealth.